Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be here at Aprendices. Well, truth to be said, it's not a pleasure. I'm scared as hell. It's kind of a nightmare for me, but I think that it will last just 12 minutes, so welcome to my nightmare. I'm here to present an initiative called Aprendices. And what is Aprendices? Aprendices is a group of people sharing knowledge. Whoop. I hate Apple, sorry. It's a group of people sharing knowledge locally and through the internet. And that's not a new thing, but it's somehow interesting because it's a living experience of the so-called informal learning. And being bloggers, we decide to use our most terrifying weapon, which is a 10-point list post. Well, this is not a new thing because it has been used for ages, but we'll try to get on the front page of Digg or Meneame with 10 features of Aprendices that may be interesting. It's also a comparison between informal and formal learning approaches. So the first one is upside down. Well, this is a matter of perspective, but instead of being driven by those who want to teach something, we reach the holy grail of education, motivation of learners, because we are driven by those who want to learn. Besides, it's a no-price initiative, so the price for belonging Aprendices is nothing. There are no titles, no membership fees, no certificates, no, nothing. It's very simple. If you want to be a member, you are. So you are invited. And it's kind of funny to have a priceless experience being no price. We want to be as simple as we can also. And very related with this principle is our next feature. We have a low-tech approach. We move around a triangle. We organize our face-to-face workshops to learn something, to share tacit and explicit knowledge, and we discuss things using a mailing list, low-tech, and all our historical memory log is in a wiki. We are also independent. Perhaps this is the only feature that many of us have in common. We want to live apart from typical interests of markets and private companies. And we are also a personal initiative. The personal chemistry, diverse and distributed, is the real glue that allows this initiative to keep on rocking. So it's not a matter of, I hate this, it's not a matter of technology or content. It's a matter of personal connections. We even invented a new term for this. It's called macromental synergy. It's kind of a joke, but I invite you to Google it to try to understand it. We are also temporary. Our initiatives are temporary. We are not ambitious. We know that we have short time, and we do temporary initiatives. I don't know if you're familiar with temporary autonomous zone from Hakim Bey. This is an excerpt from the Wikipedia saying that the book describes the socio-political tactic of creating temporary spaces that elude formal structures of control. We try to do a similar thing, creating temporary Aprendices zones, open learning experiments where anyone can access, participate, and live. So at that time, this was a temporary Aprendices zone, but shortly after, it became just a classroom. We provide also a light identity where anyone can feel free. We don't want to be as big as a company or as an educational institution. There is no need to recruit more people. And it's an experiment that has to do with participation, but nobody is forced to participate. If you are a learner, if you are an aprendiz, and you don't have time, you have a full agenda, doesn't matter. Next time will be. So, it's very difficult to translate this concept, but it talks about our leadership model. As we are driven by those who want to learn, if you want to organize a workshop within Aprendices, you have to engage, you have to involve, you have to captivate somehow other learners. So, who is in charge? The ones who want to learn. But some of them are especially captivating. And the last point is that we're unambitious. We're proud of our humility, and we try to live just for the moment. We have no big long-term projects, no big goals. We try to keep as simple as we can. So this is great, doesn't it? Isn't it? But is this approach the best thing since sliced bread? I don't think so. We use tons of metaphors to describe education. Stephen Downes said that education is a utility, like tap water or electricity. But I'm not comfortable with this metaphor, because information can be a utility these days, but learning or education cannot. Maybe at least until we develop a matrix-like neural connection to transform information into knowledge, like, whoa, I know how to pilot a helicopter or whatever. That's not how it works. It will be great. I will be fired because I'm a teacher, but it will be great. So, besides, education and learning are not the same thing. In words of Nick Kearney at George Siemens' blog, education and learning are two very different things. Education is a political enterprise. It's paid for and supported by a society. And at the end, education is about power. But here you are, another metaphor, that education is like feeding our brains. And you can do this informally, as in Aprendices or as in home cooking, or go to a restaurant or educational institution for a professional service. But both can be good or bad, cheap or expensive, healthy and unhealthy. I don't think about informal learning as a replacement of formal learning or educational approaches. I think that both are complementary and both have to evolve. Both have to be improved. So Aprendices is like a choco. For those who are not from the Basque Country, it's a place where a group of people, a group of friends, share a delicious meal prepared by themselves just for the sake of having a great time. And you are all invited to our choco. Thank you very much, and thank you, Aprendices, for being so awesome.